As the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb gets underway this weekend, organizers and drivers are adjusting to changes brought by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Race teams began arriving and preparing today. KRDO News Channel 13's Scott Harrison is live at the entrance to the Pikes Peak Highway with more on how those changes will affect the 98th running of the race. Scott.
Well, one of the changes has nothing to do with the pandemic, and that's that motorcycles are not part of this year's race after, of course, a rider died in a crash during last year's race. But the hope is that other changes, such as not having fans here, won't disrupt the event too much. The hill climb is happening 2 months later than scheduled because of the pandemic. One thing that didn't change is the driver check-in and vehicle inspection outside the Broadmoor World Arena.
We're about half the number of competitors that we usually have. For one, because we're not running motorcycles this year. We have lost all but 2 of our overseas competitors. But right now we're at just about 50 competitors. We usually have 100.
But the few who came are glad to be here.
So it's actually been 14 months since I last drove my car. Pretty much all of my competitors, or most of them, have been on the mountain testing the last few weekends, and so they've got one up on me.
We've had 80% of our races canceled this year, and so to have this one, our premier event, still on the calendar is very, very good for us.
Some race drivers say having the race this late in the season is a benefit to them, because the pavement will be warmer and should provide better traction. Also, they will be less likely to have the storms that have typically disrupted this event. This year's hill climb won't be as exciting for the fans. No spectators and no Fan Fest pre-race celebration downtown. But organizers say there are plenty of online opportunities to follow the action.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Warmer pavement could lead to better times this year.
Yeah, I bet those drivers are stoked about that.
A little blessing, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a link to a lot more information on our website right now, krdo.com.